Alright, gang, it is April 28th, 229. Time to get another week going here. It is Monday morning, and we have the tanker today and 4 stops. We've got the first one in Lakeland. Come back, we have 3 in Tampa. Need to get done by 1. Got a dentist appointment at 3 over in Wesley Chapel. So, got to get going. If I get time, I got to run to a different part of the port and renew my port pass. If not, I'll have to do that in the next day or two. It expires soon, so I got to get to it. The theme this week is retirement. So I'm 58, just turned 58 a couple weeks ago, and the original plan was to retire at 65. And a lot of that has to do with health insurance. Talk to other people that are in their 60s, and most of them wait till they're 65. Because if you retire at 62, you have to figure out your own health insurance, either if your spouse is still working or go get it off the marketplace or whatever. Or you can do COBRA and pay through the nose. Nobody does that. So I watched a couple videos yesterday, and was kind of curious of what people were paying for premiums for insurance between the ages of 62 and 65, and couldn't get a straight answer from any of those videos. I downloaded a bunch of other videos that I'll listen to today. Nobody will give you a number. It's like, well, it all depends. Yeah, I understand it all depends, but give some examples. Is it going to cost me $500 a month, $1,000 a month? I don't know. So if any of you do know these answers, please throw it down in the comments. That would be sweet. So we're going to be talking about that. That'll be the theme of the week. Different stuff about retirement. And for what I'm going to listen to while driving today, I've got some of those retirement videos loaded up I'll listen to. And also, Berkey's final podcast was on Friday. It's 4 hours long, and it had a lot of special guests. So it's going to be an unusual podcast. I don't think I'll listen to it all in one shot. I think with a lot of special guests, it's just going to be a lot of, oh, hey, thanks for doing, I don't know. It's probably not going to be a great podcast. So probably just listen to that throughout the week. So we've got to get going here. And again, if you know anything about health insurance and retirement from 62 to 65, throw it down in the comments below. If I learn anything, I will throw that in a video this week as well. Now, I'll save some other stuff for later. Otherwise, this section will just get too long, and we'll go from there. All right, it is Monday afternoon. We're here at the dentist office. Got to get some work done. Apex Dental here in Wesley Chapel. So I highly recommend them if you live in the area. All right, gang, it is Tuesday, and we have 4 stops today with the tanker. We have 3 Tampa, 1 St. Pete. I'm going to do 1 in Tampa, run to the port, refill, do St. Pete, come back, do the other 2 Tampa. Then I need to go to the office at the port to renew my port pass. Went and did that yesterday. After I parked my truck, I hopped in the car and went over there and forgot my TWIC card. So I am going to do that today with my TWIC card. And so that's it for trucking today. For poker, I watched listened to most of Berkey's podcast, his final one yesterday. I'll probably finish that out sometime today. But I've got 2 videos loaded up that I'm going to listen to. One is, I already started listening to a little bit, is Table Talk. They have the Rubies on from Travel Ruby and Ruby Slots. I really like the Travel Ruby channel. My wife likes the Ruby Slots channel a lot. So if you're interested in where to stay, what to do in Vegas, go over to Travel Ruby. They do a really good job on that. And if you like to watch slots, go to Ruby Slots. And then also too, Berkey did an interview, hold on Saya Ono, SAYA-ONO. So that was released yesterday. I'll probably catch that. After 6, at some point, I'll catch Vegas Poker Nomads. That's Rice, his video. And I don't think I'm going to download any content or any training stuff. It's time to just play my game and play it right. So Went to the dentist yesterday, got my food, got pulled pork. That'll heat up in my heating bag, and some hard-boiled eggs. Got to get on it. Got to lose some weight, Jesus. And we'll go from there. Okay, so for cooking in the day cab, I've got the little cooking bag here. Plugs right in. And I got my cooler, Diet Mountain Dew, which I know it's all full of crap. Even though there's no sugar, it's still not good. I got my pulled pork, and I like these little glass containers with the snap-on lids, and just put it in there. It takes about an hour and a half. Now, most of the drivers, they just stop somewhere. They know the convenience stores or truck stops, or like the fast food places where there's like a surface road behind that you can pull your truck in and go and get in. But I'm trying to be good, so we're back to cooking in the truck. Not a lot of options in a day cab. It is Tuesday afternoon. Taking a little break here before we head over to the port. I'm going to renew my port pass. I'll take my TWIC card with me this time. And some of you may be wondering, if I have a TWIC card, why do I need a port pass? It's a really good question. Doesn't make sense to me either, but that's how they do it, so that's what I got to go do. And then talking about retirement, I couldn't find anything yesterday that really told much about how much insurance will cost if you retire at 62 and take Social Security until you're 65 when Medicare kicks in. Only thing I saw, Google said like $800, $1,200 a month, which would be a lot. Original plan was to work till 65 anyways, so we'll see. I don't know if I'll be doing trucking until I'm 65, but it looks like I will need to stay employed until then. Go Bitcoin. And for poker, we'll be going over on Saturday. Gonna play poker all day, probably the Hard Rock. We'll see, maybe we'll mix it up somewhere. Friday night, we'll see what happens Friday night. Sunday I gotta do work around the house. So we're gonna try to get a little poker into this poker channel and go from there. It is Wednesday morning. We have the dry van today, no tanker. We have one stop, Naples, Florida. So that's a pretty good day. Nice easy run. And for poker today, Berkey's podcast is over, so we don't have that anymore. I will catch Rice, that's Vegas Poker Nomad, sometime after 6. His video drops at 6. I do have Zachary Elwood's book of verbal tells on Audible. I might listen to that, I don't know. And somebody in the comments section saying I should listen to Hungry Horse Poker. I have done that in the past. Maybe we'll do it again. I got the playlist up, and we'll go from there. It is Friday morning, and I'm supposed to do DEF today, 7 stops, because couldn't get 14 stops done yesterday. But they decided to give my tanker route to my fill-in guy, Rojas, and have me run a dry van load down to Miami, because they need somebody that can get here early and that doesn't screw around. So the ops manager tells me to get here at 3. I get here at 3, need the warehouse guy to unload one of the dry vans and check it in, and then either him or me load with what I need, either way. But he got here at 3, but he's got to go sleep in the office for an hour first, and he said he doesn't do anything until 4 o'clock. So whatever. It's gonna be a long day, and definitely not what I wanted today. So a little ornery right off the bat. And then the other thing is, I'm thinking about going back to doing online tournaments and looking at coin poker. So I'll check into that. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm either going to go to TGT and play all day, or I'm going to set up a online account and play that. We'll see what happens. But today's shot in the ass. So it is what it is. It is Friday afternoon. It's about 5 o'clock. So back in Tampa, and went over to the branch, dropped the trailer off. I'm back over here where we park the trucks and the tankers, and then I gotta grab my car, go back to the branch, do paperwork, and punch out. So it's definitely gonna be a 14-hour day. And one of the reasons I don't like the long day is because now I'm gonna be stuck in traffic. I live 16 miles from work. At 3 in the morning, I can get here in 20 minutes. Leaving at 5:15 in the afternoon, it will be minimum of an hour drive home. So not a big fan of that either. About it. One of the things is we have like 25 drivers at our branch, and out of the 25, 5 of them, they get 70 hours every week. I don't know how, but somehow they manage to always get 70 hours. And that's the max we're allowed. Anybody with CDL, you know why. And so out of the remaining 20, 17 of them want at least 60 hours a week, which leaves the other 3 of us, which I'm a part of that group, who's not looking for 60 hours a week. No, thank you. Sub 60 is just fine with me. So that's where that is at. Hours this week: Monday 9 hours and 6 minutes, Tuesday 10 hours 58 minutes, Wednesday 11 hours 43 minutes, Thursday 12 hours 27 minutes, and the god awful Friday 14 hours 13 minutes. Total of 58 hours and 27 minutes for that week, and it looks like 114 and 54 minutes for the pay period. I'm going back to doing online tournaments instead of live cash. I think the path forward for money in poker for my particular situation is either live cash or online tournaments. I think that online cash has got too much bots and collusion, and I think that live tournaments is just a volume issue. So I'm going back to online tournaments like I did before. And a little backstory. So when COVID hit, I wasn't playing poker anymore. I played a little bit back in the post Moneymaker era, and I was terrible and I drank a lot. But when COVID hit, I decided to start playing online poker again. And A, I was terrible, and B, surprising to me, I have tilt issues. I'm a pretty laid back guy. I was a little surprised by that. So I was playing on ACR, and mostly played cash, because in tournaments, you're kind of stuck there for a while. And I was just lighting money on fire. And then I'd go on demolition tilt, and then I'd move up in stakes where they'd respect my raises and still be on tilt and just light money on fire. So I'm in a hole that I'll never get out of on there, and that's fine. That money's gone. But online tournaments, I was not quite a break-even player, but I did okay. So then I decided to take up poker training. I did red chip poker for a bit, and then poker coaching and Solve for Why. And I got better at the cash games, but still struggling. And I decided to go down and start playing live down at the Hard Rock here in Tampa. And I was playing 1-2, and so I set aside $1,000 for a bankroll, and I turned that 1,000 into 3,000, and then I turned that 3,000 into 600. And I wasn't playing a ton. I wasn't getting down there every week. It was like once a month, twice a month on a good month, and I was still playing online at that point. And then I started doing the videos, and I was still doing more online on Sunday than playing live. And I thought it would be good for content and good for me to go play live 1-2 and stop playing the online tournaments. I'm going to get 1 day a week, so which way do we want to do it? So I was playing live 1-2, and my bankroll's been all over the place. And so that $1,000 bankroll currently is at $2,630. Now that's 3 trips to Choctaw. That is betting on the horses, and that is a couple trips down to the casino part of Tampa Hard Rock. And granted, there's a pretty good chunk of promotion money that's in there. But what I'm at 2630, and going forward, I'm going to go back to online tournaments, and I'm going to keep track of the roll. Daughter helped me set up a spreadsheet where I'm going to put all my online tournaments in there and the results, and keep a running start from the 2630 where I'm at. So if I go bet on the ponies, it's going to come out of that 2630, or get at it too, because you can win too. And when we have a Vegas trip coming up at the last half of the year, we go to do that. That will come out of the roll, and if I deplete the roll, then I either have to refill it, or hopefully it doesn't come to that, but we'll see what happens. And so going forward, for the time being, I'm not going to play live 1-2. I'm going to stick to online tournaments, and we'll see how the roll does. And it'll just be transparent. It'll be what it is, and see what shakes. So hopefully I can do well in the tournaments. And another reason for the tournaments is, which way could I possibly make an extra income, or an income to replace my job? Now, what is my goal in poker? My original goal in poker is to get good enough that when I retire at 65, I'm 58, that I can play poker and at least break even, that my hobby is free. And my secondary goal has always been, well, if I can become a winning player between now and then I would either supplement my income, or if it was really good, replace my income. I know that's kind of a pipe dream, I get it, but it's also back of mind, and while I'm playing, if that happens to go that way, then I'll pursue that, as unlikely as that is. So that's where I'm at. It's where we're going to go from here, and we'll see what happens to the roll. It is Sunday morning, so yes, some of this is going to be a little out of order. So yesterday I played a bunch of tournaments online, and at different times I would record what was on my monitor and talk about it. And I did several of that to give some good content for playing the tournaments yesterday. When I went to go do my editing this morning, most of them were unusable. Either the video wasn't centered in the screen at all, or even worse, or a couple times I didn't have the mic on, and other times it was both. It was as bad. So there was only a few that were salvageable. So I'm going to have to preface some of this now, and then play that footage, and we'll go from there. It is 5:28 in the morning, Saturday morning, and I got on a $5 deep stack table on Coin Poker. So here's a couple of tables up on Coin Poker. Pretty basic graphics, not quite as good as ACR. ACR's a little bit more user friendly, but that's okay. Hopefully this is a little bit better site. We shall see. Well, we made it to the final table over here in this tournament. So there I am, 3 bullets into this tournament. Yes, I know. But we did make final table. Well, we went out in 5th place, so 119. I had ace queen, he had ace 10. The flop was ace queen king, and he rivered the jack for the straight. So that ended it for me. It is Saturday night, 7 o'clock. So how did we do today? We played 17 tournaments. We didn't spend a lot on each one. First day of playing tournaments, I figured I'd just keep it kind of on the cheap side. And for places, if it's in green, it's a final table. Anything over here in money won, any monies won is in blue. So we started out with 26.30. We ended up $33.97 after 17 tournaments. So a full day of playing tournaments, and we'll take it. It was all right. The problem with these final tables was there wasn't very big tournament, so but not too bad. It is Sunday morning, and just was doing some editing. And then we're going to run over to Zephyr Hills and hit their driving range, get a little breakfast. All right, doesn't look like we're going to be swinging a club here. We're sitting at McDonald's at the moment in Zephyr Hills, and it's not looking good. But we're going to have to go change the battery in the pickup truck. So we got that with us. Got to go to the auto parts store and get a new battery. Yay. Stop at Publix, get food for the week. Then we got to come home and do food prep. I'm going to try to be good this week. We'll see. And go from there. If anything interesting happens or if there's anything good out at the driving range, I'll put that on. And I'll see you back later for doing some shout outs and just kind of wrapping up. All right, leaving Publix. Got our grocery shopping done for the week. Get home, slap a battery in the truck, and meal prep, and we'll go from there. All right, it is Sunday afternoon, and we got the battery in the truck, got the food put away. Gonna start cooking here in a minute, and we have a pallet of mulch coming from Lowe's later, so you know how much I love doing yard work. Can't wait to spread out a pallet of mulch. That's gonna be great. And so you saw the spreadsheet, and so we'll just kind of keep track and see how things go. First weekend went all right, you know, $120 spent on tournaments, $30 some win, I don't know, so a little bit of a win right there. All right, our shout outs we have for this week. We got Vegas Vic 2024. He was in there on a bunch of shorts and a bunch of other things, left like 5 different comments. Keith Kelso in there firing it up, in there he was in there, let's put it that way, in there on a lot of them, and a lot of strong opinions, which is cool. That's what the comment section is there for. And then he argued a little bit with London Tours and Events 3714, and he was in there as well prior to that, and then jumped in on his. And then I left a comment on Vegas Poker Nomads channel, and H Money 9121 left a comment on my comment, so we'll throw a shout out to him as well. So that's our 4 for this week. Thank you for jumping in and doing the comments. And unless something crazy happens with that mulch, we're going to call it right about here. So for Won't Stop Poker, I'm Brad. Thanks for watching. And remember, everything you want is on the other side of fear.